Okay, so let me show you how to install SwarmSight, the appendage tracking module, which will track the movements of antenna as well as the proboscis of insects such as honeybees. So the first thing is to fire up a browser and then go to swarmsight.org. And once you go there, you should scroll down to the bottom. You should see the two modules for looking at the appendage tracking one. Go ahead, click on that. And then once that opens, scroll down until you get to the download section. And there's two things. There's the installer. So go ahead, click on that. And then there's also the example video. So go ahead and click that and save. I have these pre-saved already. So I have the installer plus the video. Go ahead, click the installer. And it will do its thing. And then when it's done, it will open up the software. So the first thing to do is to go ahead and browse and open up that example video. And here it is. You open up the video. And when it's open, you should see it something like that. A couple of things to note. So this right here is the antenna sensor widget. Notice how I have it positioned on top of the head of the insect, which is harnessed. The head is not moving. The only thing moving is just the antenna. It's also filmed from the top. You can also scale this widget sensor to make sure that this is the part that will be ignored by everything, and so you'll see the only thing that the software looks at is basically these two regions and this third one in the middle. And then you can also use this here to rotate it to make sure that if it's not, to basically align it with the head. And finally, there's the treatment sensor, and this little dot in the middle here will measure the brightness of it. We have an LED position you cannot see in the video here. It basically changes brightness when the odor is on, and it detects when the odor is being delivered to this honeybee right here. So once you have these set up, go ahead and start playing. You should start seeing something like that. So the yellow points is what the software is detecting as the antenna, and then the bubbles or the circles that you see here are essentially the tips of the antenna that the software is picking up. You can, if you're not getting what I'm seeing here, so notice there's a movement and shadows in there, so the software may get confused by things like that. The person here will stop moving shortly, and then you'll see that the software picks up the antenna pretty well. Here it is. You may have to mess with the thresholds here under the filters panel. So adjusting either of these three should get it to a point where it's not picking up too much background noise, but at the same time it's still picking up the antenna. And once you found sort of like a good position, there's the LED going off right there. Notice how the brightness will change after it turns off. So right now it's on, it's showing 56. And this goes on for, I believe, 10 seconds. I'm recording this, so the frame rate here is much lower than what's normally there. Usually I see about 60 frames per second. So I think if I were to not record this, you would see this much faster. Okay, so you need to change the brightness as well. So, okay, so if you let this video play till the end, each time it plays a frame, each time you see it, it saves the locations of the antenna to its local memory. And so what I would do is, once you have set your settings here, go ahead and rewind the video by stopping it, and then just play it throughout, all the way through. And it'll save all the data points. So then you go ahead and click Save Tracking Data. This will create a CSV file, which which will be the next. It will create this file right next to the video file, where it will put it in the same folder, and then you can open it up. And then we'll talk about that in the next video.